at work, they made this new room, and it's called the wellness room, okay? And the name doesn't really make sense because what the wellness room is it's actually a room where women go to pump milk, okay? So, female employees, whenever they feel like it, they can just get up from their desk, go to the wellness room, and just pump some milk. And it's kind of become a political issue in the office politics. The men are very much against the wellness room, and the women are very much for it. And there's been some really heated arguments about this at work. Like just the other day, I witnessed at the water cooler, there was this crowd of men and crowd of women facing off against each other. And one of the men was like, "The wellness room is stupid. If women can go to the wellness room whenever they want, we should have a room where I can go watch football whenever I want." Yeah! And all the men were like, yeah! And then one of the women said, "You better shut up right now, or else I'm going to punch you right in the penis." And then all the women were like, yeah! And I was kind of conflicted as to which side I wanted to take, because part of me thought I should join the men. They're my brothers, But then I also thought, I like the wellness room, okay? Because whenever I take my breaks at work, I like to go to the wellness room. Okay? I go in there, close the door for privacy. I sit down in the chair, this comfy chair. I open up the refrigerator, take out some milk. I drink some milk, okay? And sometimes I bring cookies from home, and I have to dip them in the milk, okay? So I love the wellness room. So I joined the women in that argument. I was like, yeah, punch her right in the wiener. Yeah. But anyway, so the other day, the boss, he was really mad. He's like, all right, everyone, conference room, now! And then the boss was in there, and he was standing next to this lady whose name is Chessie. That's her name. Really stupid name. But anyway, he told us, he was like, all right, Chessie tells me that she found in the milk that she had in the wellness room, she found Oreo crumbs in it. And he said, I want to know who did this, and no one's leaving till I find out who did this. And then everyone looked at me, like awkwardly. For some reason, I was like, don't look at me. And then there was some awkward silence until eventually Chessie blurted out. She pointed at me, she's like, it was Stewart. He did it. I see him going into the wellness room all the time. It was him. And then the boss looks at me, he's like, is that true? I said, no. Chessie is a liar. And he said, explain. I said, okay. Well, Chessie says there were Oreo crumbs in the milk. But I always bring homemade chocolate chip cookies from home. And I dip those in the milk to drink it. So that proves that Chessie is a liar. And then the boss turned to Chessie and said, Chessie, what do you have to say for yourself? And she was like, she didn't have anything to say because she was caught in a lie. So then the boss was like, all right, everybody out. Chessie, you stay. So yeah, Chessie got in big trouble for lying. But I didn't get in trouble because I didn't do nothing wrong. There's no law against drinking some good milk, huh?